All right. Oh, you know what, Nikki? I might need a huge favor from you. I might need you to get my scissors. Could you grab my red scissors for me, sir? Please. I don't know which way it shows it. Where? I don't know.
Where?
It's supposed to be this way?
Where are
Like that? They're right there. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, sir. All right. So, oops. Sorry about this. There we go. All right, so let's see if anybody joins. Otherwise, I'm just gonna start.
Can I save this?
Yeah, of course, Lucas.
Where do I put it?
You can set it up where I was making the sandwiches at. All right, good morning, everyone. So I am coming on live. I am coming on live in a second. What in the world did I get all over everything? Oh, no, I'm just messing up my eyes. I'm like having a really rough day. Okay, perfect. So anyways, what in the world? Okay, anyways, trying to fix something like was like on it. Okay, so just gonna go in. So, oh, before I start, so as you can see, I filled in the white last night because I thought, like, let's just get started on the colors this morning. Because otherwise it's gonna take way too long and we're not gonna be able to finish the process of everything. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna fill in all these colors. So basically this is gonna be like, you know, right now it's huge doing the like the comic book style cakes. And I thought, you know what, I have some extra cookie dough, like let's do it, but like in a cookie form. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna go in and I'm going to, and I was gonna say too, I might, let me see if I can get this to kind of rough up a little bit. Like once it's dried a little bit, then try to rough it up to look a little bit more like actual cake. Just to add like kind of like a unique flair to it. Okay, so we've got the purple. Let's see, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. Look, what is on my hand? Okay, I am having a weird day. If you saw that on my hands, it was the black icing. I had to take it out earlier and redo it. So blue, green, there we go. Okay, so we'll do our green. We're gonna give it a second and then see if we can kind of swirl it. Actually, you know what? Let me see. And I'm gonna use a spaghetti because I don't have my scribe on me. And I was using this for, if you can kind of see, like if I sort of swirl it a little bit, makes it look a little more rough. If I can get it, it just kind of settles back in. I am using the Betty Crocker. So I did a tutorial last week. That is up now in my videos. But if you saw it, basically it was using Betty Crocker icing, you know, using all things that you could find at the store. So I did that. Look, it just like still settles back in itself. Very forgiving. I was hoping to make it kind of rough, but I don't know that it will. Maybe I have to wait for it to dry a little bit more. And then we'll try it again. Okay. Try that again later. So then we'll go in. What is all, I don't know what got all over my stuff. Okay. So we'll go in with our green. And all of these colors are also things that I found at the store. So these are all Wilton colors that I mixed in with the white Betty Crocker icing to achieve all of the colors. But then this just kind of shows you, you know, what you can do with store-bought icing if you maybe don't care to like make icing at home. Or for me, like last night after I got home, I had such a crazy day yesterday. I was like, I am not about to make like fresh icing. It's just gonna be such a pain. So I chose not to. And I was like, I've got a ton of this left over. Like, let's just use this. It's gonna drive me crazy. I have to like. If you hear my son in the background, he is currently home this week because his classes, I guess they're like redoing doors or something, so like they're closed for the week. Yeah, so he will be home. That's why I was like kind of running behind. We had his conference this morning. Very chaotic. There's always so much going on. I thought my kids starting school, I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I'll have like all this time to do things, but the reality is there's like always something going on. So really I don't have all the extra time that I thought I would have. If anything, I have less time, if that's possible. All right, so I'm gonna go back in here and try to swirl this again. See if I can miss it. There we go. Maybe like just kind of rough it up a little bit, but I don't want it to be like too rough, but just kind of rough. Now it's just going back to how that's not working. Maybe I need like, maybe what I should have done is got something like a texture, one of my texture pieces. Anyways, if we even get it like a little bit rough, maybe that'll be all right. You know, just so that it gives a little more dimension. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it alone for now because nothing is happening. So we will go in. I don't see anybody from my cookie group, so I'm wondering if I can share on, yeah, Nikki. Let me, I don't know if it'll keep recording. So I just sent one of my friends the link so she could post it in my cookie group. So hopefully any of my cookie people will come in. And obviously I'll upload this as well, but I know some people wanted to follow along live. All right, so then we're going in with our blue and just making sure to get into the crevices, and that will happen too as you start to flood it as well. Again, this icing is very forgiving. So we'll just flood all this. For time's sake, we probably will not end up. I'm gonna try to. Oh, you know what? Where is? Yeah, maybe for time's sake, we will not go through the process of actually creating the texture. So blue, so red, orange, yellow. But this is just like fun things, you know, it's like you can take all the crazes and, you know, make it your own. So I just thought, why not do it in a cookie? Like, that'll be fun. And then I don't have to bake, which I probably will end up. I do have some extra cake, so I was thinking about doing a cake one as well. But I didn't feel like dealing with all that last night. And as you can tell, I did not do straight lines, and the reason for that is I just thought it would look even more like cartoony, not so as like realistic, I guess. Or I mean a little bit more like a cartoony realistic piece. Because I thought the straight lines would look a little too perfect, I guess, is what you want to say. And that was not what I was going for. It's like such a slow process. You realize that people are watching. Okay. Oh, and then go in with the red. Oh. Go in with the red. And then we could do the candle. I'm still trying to figure out which color I want to do for the candle. I have some thoughts. I wasn't sure if I should make like a whole nother color for the candle. The thing I like about the Betty Crocker icing too, that's kind of fun, is it dries glossy. Unlike like my real icing recipe does not dry glossy. It dries very much like dull, flat colors. Not so much fun. What did I do with my white icing yesterday? I had some white for, that's okay, I'll just have to use. Okay, so hopefully I can do this without, I wasn't really thinking this out. So this is gonna make for the, maybe I'll just do like a loose, like instead of, like a loose flood instead of like outlining. So this is just gonna be for the frosting at the top of the cake. So I'm gonna let that dry before I add the additional color there, but I will do the flame. Oh, let me move this up a little bit. There we go. Nicholas, can you play in the front room, Bear? Thanks, bubbies. Sorry, I'm not trying to give you the boot, I promise. I just... do some orange. Let's see. So then we'll let that dry some, and oh, I'm gonna put a cap on this before it dries out. Oh, there it is. Okay. Then what we could do too is start going over some of the lines. I'm sure some of these colors have hardened enough where I can go over it. I'm gonna do a test pipe over here. Oh, that's perfect, okay. So, while we wait for the other things to work them, or to dry for like the other colors, so that I can do the candle, we'll go in and do our outlines. Just gonna outline with black. I'm gonna leave some of this different, but I think I'm just gonna outline it all. Okay. So if you're just joining us, I am doing like the comic style cake, but in a cookie form. And I was being lazy, so I'm using the last of the Betty Crocker icing that I had. And I thought it would be fun because it dries glossy versus my recipe that dries more of like a matte finish. And I think the glossy finish looks a lot better with this style. So we'll go through and outline. I'm not sure that is gonna be, that this is gonna be sturdy enough yet just to do the candle. And let's think, since maybe we'll do purple for the candle since there wasn't much space for purple for the cake. I'll go in. Maybe I could even do like a multicolored one. Do purple and purple and green or purple, maybe purple and blue. Okay, I'm gonna try to go over the white. I'm hoping it doesn't bleed in to the white. So I'll just do. So as you can kind of see, so then with the whipped cream, and then I think I need to go over all the white as well. There we go. Yes, sir. What are you asking about, Bubby? Oh, that says Phoenix Tradition of Trust Carrying Dental. Oh, it's like an advertisement for a dental place, Bubby. It's pretty. The sunflowers in the background, huh, Nikki? On it. There we go. All right, so that's what we have so far. Oh, and you know what I needed too was, shoot, I needed the tiniest bit of white. Oh, here we go. Maybe I can use this just to make the wig. That'll settle in. All right, and then from there we will outline the candle. That might all just kind of meld together. I probably shouldn't have done that. else was I gonna add? What other details? So as you can see down here, I had tried to start doing like textured icing, but then I just realized for like time's sake. So yeah, there you guys have it. Super fun. So I'll let this dry, and then I will take some pictures of it so you can kind of, or I guess I could put it like this for a second, and that way you can kind of see it fully. And then I was even thinking like it would be cute to even add maybe like some sprinkles, and you could do that with what was I gonna say, like make transfers and do that, like where you add. So my thought was this, I'll pipe it kind of on my work so you can see what I mean. But my thought was this is like, if you on parchment paper you just make like, you know, like a sprinkle shape, and then if you were to go around it, pipe like around it with the black. And then, you know, obviously if you on parchment paper, you let that dry and then you could transfer it on. So maybe I'll do some of those myself too, and then I can kind of show you that. So yeah, there we have it, you guys. So thank you for joining me. Again, just like a super fun, I just thought it would be like super cute since that's like really trendy right now. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you were able to follow along. I was gonna say too, as you can see the way that it dried in the evening, I did this late last night and it catered a bit, like you can see some catering, but it almost kind of like worked out because then it actually looks like frosting. So I just wanted to share that. Again, I will take some photos of this and I will share it online. Thank you guys for joining me.